Okay, many foreigners come here to Brazil and be extremely shocked with some things. They be very surprised. If you are a foreigner, I don't want you to be surprised so much, okay? So I'm going to prevent you with these 7 things that can be shocking for you that is a foreign that live in United States or live in Europe or you live in rich countries, let me say like this, first world countries, okay? So after watching this video, you will not be surprised anymore because you are going to expect this. Okay, so let's start here for the very funny thing that Brazilians do. That me personally, I live here, but I have a little bit of difficulty to acclimate with that. It is something that it's like I'm not born here. For me, this is strange, and probably for you, it will be very strange. Okay, that is people here talk out loud. Okay, Brazilians are very expressive. Okay, they are very talkative normally. Okay, obviously, if you go to the south region in Brazil, you will see people a little bit more introverted like Europeans. But generally, if you go to Rio de Janeiro, the northeast Brazil, the north Brazil, okay, the majority of the country, people are a lot talkative. They are a lot, and they talk out loud, okay? They talk like screaming. Really very different that you are accustomed with. I can guarantee that. Okay, so don't be shocked if you see people screaming at the road, at the street, at the talking with you very out loud. Okay, don't be shocked with that. It's kind of the culture here. Okay, and that's the way it is. Okay, just accept this. Okay, number 2, this can be very shocking. And you are not accustomed with that, I'm sure, that Brazilians touch a lot, okay? So they, this used to be a lot more in the past, okay? Nowadays, it's a little, not so common today, but still much more than other countries, okay? That is touching you, like kissing the face. When you know somebody here, they give 2 kisses in the face, things like this. They hug, they touch you when they touch you like this. They are you are talking with somebody and they touch you in the shoulder every time. Okay, so don't be surprised with that because it's of the culture. It's related to the communication here. People are very expressive, very open. They touch a lot more than in colder countries, more developed countries. Okay, don't be shocked, be prepared for that. If you don't like this, sorry, just don't hang out with Brazilians, okay, because Brazilians do this, okay, normally. Again, if you go to the south region in Brazil, maybe they don't touch a lot, but in these other regions that I mentioned, mainly on Rio de Janeiro, they are very expressive. In São Paulo too, okay, they are very, very expressive, okay, and they used to touch sometimes, okay, so don't be surprised with that. Number 3, this you have to be, you have to take care in the transit, okay, in the traffic, because Brazilians normally are not polite in the traffic, okay. You see a lot of motorcycles too in the traffic. Okay, when you are, if you're going to rent a car, you have to be careful because every time you have a motorcycle going straight at your right, at your left, okay, so always be very take care at your sides when you are driving. Okay, we that live here in Brazil, we are accustomed with that. Always a motorcycle at the right, at the left, okay? But maybe you are not, okay? And people are not so polite at the traffic. Many times they say bad words to you at minimum, okay? When you are driving, they cut you, they go in your front, okay? They don't stop for the people that are walking to pass. Okay, they don't stop. Okay, so this is another thing you have to take care. Okay, we have these kinds of when you are walking, you can cross the street. Okay, that's white marks in the street. Let me say like this. I forgot about this name. Okay, here in Brazil, many times they don't stop in this. Okay, they go straight ahead. So don't think you are gonna cross the street calmly. Okay, people not always they stop. Okay, for you to cross the street. Okay, depends obviously the city you are. In the south region, maybe people are a little bit more polite. But generally in Brazil, no, they will not stop you to cross the street. Okay, only in some places. Okay, very specific place. This is something you have to take, not create some expectations on it. The number 4 is woman being sympathetic all the time. Okay. Brazilians are very talkative, okay, so they always will be sympathetic with you, okay, but not necessarily it means that they want to be your friend. Or if you have a woman and you are talking to a woman, this woman is acting very friendly with you, and you maybe, oh, she wants me, something like this, you are thinking that she wants something more than just talk. Okay, that's not always the case. Okay, women here used to be very open, very talkative. Okay, but they are not easy. Okay, if a woman here is very beautiful, she wants at the same level for more than them. Okay, as all women in the world, I think. Okay, but always Brazilian will be always the women will be very open and very friendly. Okay, but don't create expectations on that and think maybe that she wants something more than just talk. Okay, Brazilians are talkative because it's the way they are. Okay, and point blank period. Maybe I hope you understand this. Number 5. This is so frustrating for me until today, but unfortunately you have to deal with this when you are here. Okay, if you are renting a car. Okay, that is, you have to pay for some people here we call flanelinhas to look for your car when you park in the street. Okay, that's something that bothered me a lot here. But here you have this culture. If you put your car in the street, normally you will have somebody there that will charge you a money for look to your car. Okay, and if they notice you are a gringo, a foreign, they will charge a lot for that, a lot more. You can be sure. Okay, so just expect that if you don't pay, normally what they do, they broke your car, just like this. Okay, many times. So many places you park your car, you have to pay for some. For sure, we'll have somebody there working there, and looking your car and charging for that. Okay, this is very mainly if you are in touristic place. Okay, touristic zones. Okay. So be aware for that. Number 6, Brazilians is about the way they talk. Brazilians like to interrupt a lot. It's very different in, like me say, USA, that you talk, other people listen you talking. When you when you finish talking, the other person talks, and this is like more polite. Here in Brazil is not like this. They don't even wait you to finish talking, they interrupt you and they go and say something above you. Okay, here in Brazil is I think is a problem. This I don't be very comfortable with that. Brazilians, they have this culture of interrupting you every time. So don't be. It's just a culture. Okay, it's just something that's cultural. not necessarily they don't like what you are what you are saying is not interesting. It's because it's cultural many times. Okay, you have just to accept it, unfortunately. Okay, maybe if you go to the south region of Brazil, maybe people, okay, they listen a little bit more. Okay, in São Paulo, I think I've been there like two times, okay, already, and I see that in São Paulo people really are a little bit more polite. Okay, they listen a lot more when you talk. Okay, but if you go to the Northeast, man, it's absolutely insane. They talk a little bit more fast, more, and they interrupt you. Okay, and that's the reality. In Rio de Janeiro too, many times they interrupt too. Okay, just don't bother with that. Is our culture like this? Okay. Number 7, you need to know the Portuguese. Okay. What I mean by that? I mean that Brazilians don't speak English, unfortunately. Okay, some Brazilians speak in English, but it's very rare. In the general, they don't speak English. Okay, so if you want to have a social life here in Brazil, really interact with people here in Brazil, engage with the culture, you have to speak Portuguese. And unfortunately, Portuguese is not the easiest language in the world. It's really for those who wanna emerge on our culture. Okay, you need to know in the Portuguese. But if you learn the Portuguese, a lot of doors will open here. You will know a lot of people here. You make a lot of friendship here. But if you don't speak the Portuguese, you know what I mean, it will be your social life will be very difficult here, at least. Okay, this is a disadvantage here in Brazil. I have to admit, other places in the world, people talk the English. Here in Brazil, no, not a lot of people really talk the English. Okay, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed these tips. Tap the like button if you like this video. Okay, don't forget to subscribe the channel and be welcome here to Brazil.